What's up guys, Syigamer here, and today I'm bringing you a bit of PvP. I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So far it's just been guides and how-tos and more guides and some learn to playthroughs, but I've not covered any PvP pretty much, and I've just joined the tournament realm with two people from a guild, Dragshoot and Zai, which is they play Hunter and Shaman main. So we'll be getting some fraps once we get our team set up and we learn to play a bit better. At the moment it's a bit chaotic, we're all getting pretty angry on there. It's all like, oh my god, what are you doing? So yeah, I might throw up some of that just so you can hear like a battleground nerd rage. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I've in a battle for Gilneas and I head straight for waterworks. I tried to take that on this mage, but then he mirror images and I got a bit confused because my unit frames add-on is out of date and it used to like come up a different colour for the real one, so I'd know straight away who was the real one without having to check the HP, which made things tons easier. But either way, I do eventually track him down. He tries to run in this house here and we finish him off. Now in terms of my PvP skills, they're pretty much non-existent. In terms of my gear, I am semi-epic. I think I've got like 3 pieces of epic gear, a fair amount of blues, and then 5 to 6 pieces of PvE gear still left. So I'm not the best PvP you'll ever see. As far as I know my specs right, it's probably not to be fair, but I think it's right. Right here I kind of fail getting up the hill. I blame my battle bear, it just can't get its fat ass up that hill. So I end up having to take the long route. We do just lose mine, so that's the reason why I'm heading back, because I guess no one else stayed to defend. So we end up losing mine and have to take it back. Now I tried to take down this mage that I took down before, but I should have really left him to do the one-on-one with the Death Knight. But then I switched targets and so does the DK, even though that mage is still roaming around. Now he is a fire mage. I prefer taking on fire mages a hell of a lot more than a frost mage. I can just sort of handle them a lot better. A frost mage just keeps me CC'd all the time in a one-on-one, but a fire mage tries to kite me, but they just don't seem to have enough stuff to do it, unless they're just not playing as well as they should. I don't know. Maybe fire mages are a lot better at kiting. I've not come up against one that kites me. Well, a bit later in the video you do see one that kites me pretty well, but he ends up dying, so I guess it makes no difference. Yeah, we're trying to currently take back mine. We eventually do. We've defended it pretty well and we end up keeping waterworks at the same time as well, which is nice. I must admit, I can't wait for the selfless healer change. I don't know how good it'll be and if it'll be worth picking up, but at the moment a 20-second word of glory is just too long. 10 seconds, fine. I did mention this in another video, they should reduce it to 10, and now we're getting a talent which reduces it to 10. So yeah, that is something that was definitely needed. Now, at the moment there's nothing going on at all at mines. I was tempted to go to waterworks just to get in some action, but I thought as soon as I do, they're going to try and nuke us down, and then I spot some guy just lurking in the background. But the warlock deals with him pretty well. I think that's the warlock that was pro. He like didn't die once and handled pretty much everyone. It is quite a long wait until we actually get more people coming to attack, so yeah. Regarding the tournament realm, I'll probably do a stream at some point if my internet speed decides to behave and be good. If not, there'll be a lot of fraps coverage. We are going to be doing a bit of 2v2s before the actual bracket, like the ranked matches start. So yeah, there'll be 2s and 3s, and then as soon as the ranked matches starts, we'll be doing just pure 3s, because there's going to be no point in doing 3s. Death Knight comes in on his own, he tries to do an Army of the Dead. I try to interrupt it as best as I can, but I think I only interrupt one of the ghouls that's meant to spawn. I tried to do a Holy Wrath just to stun the Army of the Dead for a second. Now I was going to stun the DK, and then I didn't notice he pops Lichborn, so he is immune to my stun. I think it's Lichborn. So I waste my stun on him, unfortunately, there. But he goes down with pretty little effort. There was like 3 of us on him, and we had a healer to back us up as well. So yeah, he was a bit silly to go in on his own. Rambo players never really get anywhere unless it's an empty base, then fair enough, go wild. But if it's a base with 4 people on, you're not going to be able to take them all down. Just don't be silly. Now we get quite a heavy ink here, and it's mostly made up of mages and druids, so it does end up being quite bad. I try to get out of that Ring of Frost as quickly as I can. The mage tries to kite me into it, but I have none of it and just go for a different mage. But then I realised that the druid healer is pretty good and keeping that mage up quite a lot. I thought I'd took him down to use his mage thing where it keeps you alive, but it turns out he's just being healed a lot. As you can see there, he's got a ton of hots on him, so I think, well, there's no point in me sticking on this guy if he's just being healed, so it's time to switch to that resto. I think at this point I do. I should have done it ages ago. Now do I switch? There we go, I finally switch. And this is what I should have done so early on that it was untrue. Getting that resto down should have been key, but yeah. Then the Death Knight death grips me, I get a bit confused. And that druid just does not want to die. By this time I've got a fair few on me and I end up dying because, yeah, there's a ton of them. And I've got my battleground log thing keybind to something and I don't know what. It just randomly pops up when I'm trying to kill people. So I'll have to try and deal with that. If I remember, I've got such a bad memory because at the moment I'm rolling a PvP spec and I always forget to switch back to my PvE before raids. So we'll get in a raid, we're ready to take down some boss and I'll be like, oh, yeah guys, I've kind of got my PvP spec again. It's like, fuck's sake, Syiler. And it's like, yeah, I know. Would be nice if they bring out some sort of like mobile mobile reforger would be nice as well. But a mobile like spec changer. Make it have an insane cooldown, that'd be fair enough, but yeah, I wouldn't mind a spec changer. Maybe engineering or something that gets it, as they always do get the cool little perks and stuff. Please don't nerf engineering, I didn't mean it. Someone commented on a video the other day saying like 50 odd K crit was OP and stuff, and I was like, yeah, you have to keep those kind of things quiet, Blizzard might nerf us. Rets live in fear of the nerf bat, but compared to what I've seen from certain classes, a 53k crit is pretty much nothing. So we do manage to take back mine, they do take it for a second, but we have a nice defense and end up winning it back. Well, attack, defense, whatever you want to call it. And from here on we've got a pretty nice lead on them, which is sweet. Means they'll have to either cap 2 bases or aim for all 3 to win. They'd have to cap 2 and keep them till the end of the game, or get all 3. But we had a pretty solid group. People weren't being Rambos, they weren't going off on their own, they were staying as a group, which was quite nice. People were swapping between the 2 bases when needed. So yeah, we had a pretty nice team overall. And I must admit they did do a quite nice push at certain points through the battleground, like they nearly had us, but no, most of the times we were outnumbered and managed to fend them off. Now I spot the mage, you can see him, I don't spot him for another few seconds, but I think that's the guy. There's a guy that sort of lurks in the background, and I tried to take him on one-on-one, but everyone else joins in, so it ends up being just a mass rape on this poor mage. At this point I thought that Warlock was AFK, but he was just dead. There's nothing worse than AFKers and botters, they just ruin the game. It's like, it's great when you got like 3 or 4 bots and you're in Warsong Gulch. You're just heavily outnumbered, it's just not right. So any PvP botters out there, please stop, it sucks. What's the point in doing PvP if you're not even going to take part in it? This is the whole fun bit. Grinding the honour, getting your gear, and then progressively getting better as you go along. Now I am quite a DPS whore, I keep checking the meter just to see where I am, because yeah, there's the mage I was on about before. just chilling in the background on his own. I tried to take him on for a one-on-one. I hoped he'd blinked once I'd done repentance, but he didn't. That's the usual thing. If you get them in a blink, and then they usually get them in a repentance, and they usually blink out of it, and then we can stun them, unless they've got a trinket. Yeah, this mage gets pretty much reaped by everyone. I would have liked a one-on-one with him, because I prefer one-on-ones to like 20-on-1. These guys begun to come over from waterworks because they thought we were under attack, but nah, we were good. If you guys enjoy this PvP commentary videos, I may do some more. I may do some battlegrounds and do some live arena plus the tournament realm arena. If you guys are interested in that anyway. If I suck too much at PvP, just let me know and I will stop. I do enjoy it, but I won't fraps it. So until I get better, and then I may do some more. But yeah, if you enjoy it, please check it out. Also, my Witcher 2 Blender playthrough should be up on the channel, so go check that out if you're interested in seeing the Witcher 2 playthrough. I've only got the intro and the first 10 minutes of gameplay up at the moment, but every day check back and there should be another 10-minute chunk until I finish the game. Now this is the mage I was on about earlier. This is the one that kites me pretty well. And he takes my wings, as you see there, which kind of sucks. He blinks and ends up kiting me again, gets a stun off on me. He's still got my wings, so it's worn off. Now I get confused here. I see a ring of frost and then I see him get frozen, but I don't realise it's an ice block, so he does trick me. But then he gets frozen as well, so I was a bit confused. I didn't realise there was a double ring of frost there. But I don't even know if it was a... Oh, right, I think the Death Knight froze him the second time round. Which is really clever play from the mage, but a waste of his ice block. Like, to get me to go in there to think it was an actual enemy ring of frost. So yeah, that's well done on you there, mate. Carries on kiting around. I eventually kind of catch up to him, and he ends up targeting someone else instead of me. That's when I finally get to him and finish him off, because he changes onto the healer instead of me. And there I take him down and he comes back and he gets finished off. Shame I didn't get the killing blow for that, since I spent like all of that on him and I didn't really contribute to us defending. All I done was got carried around by a mage. But I like to think I kept him occupied, so I helped. Kind of. Maybe? No? Okay. There's that Mortalitas again. And then once again it becomes a dry period where nothing happens, but then I realise they're all heading towards waterworks, so I go and lend a helping hand while mine is fine. I take the opportunity here because this mage is AFK, so I just get a quick burst on him as much as I can, but then he comes back. See, there's that keybind again. I don't know what I've keybind that to, but yeah, it's pretty bad. And I really do suck swimming. Took me ages. That mage gets me again, but I finish him off. And here's Sub-Zero. I get kind of confused with who's the real Sub-Zero, but then I work it out. They had a lot of mages on their team. They must have had a good 4 to 5 mages. I think it was definitely at least 4 mages. There was the Sub-Zero, the Mortalitas, the other fire mage, and another one. So yeah, they did have a lot of mages. But that was pretty much it. That was their main last push. They needed to take that and mine, otherwise they had lost. So it was quite a nice win overall. We came under a bit of pressure at the start, but once we got our shit together, we'd pretty much done well. So once again, if you do like my PvP videos, please let me know. If you don't, please let me know, and I will either do more or not do more. I am here to try and make videos that you guys like. Please check out my other videos, please thumbs up and subscribe if you do like the videos. Check out my channel, spread the word, and that's pretty much me done. So I'll leave you with the last like 10 seconds of the video. There we go. See ya!